Mas video doon na yun.
Bigyan mo ba yan?
Translate si Paz. Dalawa kayo.
Well, greetings to everybody.
Magbati daw para sa lahat.
It's very wonderful to be here again.
At siya ay masaya na nandito sila ulit.
You probably heard I had to have heart surgery about 6 months ago in November.
At narinig natin daw dati na siya ay nagkaroon ng operasyon sa puso 6 na buwan na nakalipas noong Nobyembre.
So Dr. Ray and I share similar scars from the surgery.
Kaya si Dr. Yan siya, meron daw silang magkaparehong peklat dahil sa operasyon.
But the Lord has been very wonderful and blessed me with strength.
Pero ang Panginoon naging kahanga-hanga siya pinagbala ng lakas.
And it's interesting, just a little thing that I'll mention about that.
At isang interesting na bagay na gusto lang yung banggitin niya.
I knew about a week before the surgery that I was having to go to the hospital for the surgery.
At alam niya na bago siya operahan, 1 linggo bago dumating yung operasyon, alam niya na siya ay operahan.
And I thought that it would be a great opportunity to witness to other people in the hospital.
At alam din niya na maging isang magandang oportunidad yun pagkakataon na siya ay magpatulog sa mga tao doon sa ospital.
So I did the best I could to talk to everybody that I was able to talk to.
Kaya ginawa niya yung lahat ng mga kaya niya upang makipag-usap sa lahat na pwede niya kausapin.
But what I found was most of them were a little bit fearful, or many of them after surgery had a lot of pain. So everybody was suffering in one way.
At ang natagpuan niya doon, yung lahat ay may konting pagkatakot. At yung iba naman, pagkatapos kasi silang maoperahan, sila nakakaramdam ng mga kirot. At lahat sila ay naghihirap sa iba't ibang mga paraan.
And I found I had a great sympathy for them because they were suffering either through fear or through surgery.
At nasumpungan niya na meron siyang simpatya o awa sa kanila dahil dun sa kanilang pagkatakot nga sila operahan at yung iba naman ay dahil sa operahan na.
And I found I changed myself. I changed.
At kanya nasumpungan na siya din ay nagbago sa sarili niya.
And instead of just wanting to witness to them, I found myself loving them. I really began to love all these guys.
At yung naunang pakiramdam na gusto niya sila ay patutuhanan ay natagpuan niya na nabago. Ito ay naging yung mahalin na lang sila.
And I was really concerned for them to see them delivered from fear or delivered from pain. What it was the feeling of love. I was very surprised to feel such compassion for them.
At nasubukan niya na gusto na lamang niya silang nagkaroon siya ng pagmamalasakit dahil sa kanilang nararamdamang takot o yung pagkirot nga daw at yun, nagkaroon na lamang siya ng pagmamahal sa kanila o kaya awa.
And it made me realize how hugely important our ministry to other people is. That we have a huge commission from God, not just to witness, but to love them.
At kanyang napagtantungan yung napakalaking responsibilidad o gawain natin upang magmalasakit ka sa mga tao at kanya din napagtanto yung napakalaking atas na mayroon tayo mula sa Panginoon upang mahalin sila.
What is the greatest commandment?
Ano yung pinakadakilang kautusan? Love
God. What is the second greatest commandment?
Ano yung pangalawang pinakadakilang?
Love your neighbor as yourself.
Ang ibigin niya ang ating kapwa katulad ng pag-ibig sa sarili.
And I experienced that very powerfully, this love for all these poor guys who were in such trouble.
At kanyang naranasan yung bagay na yun na makapangyarihan, yung mahalin ito mga kawaawang mga tao ito.
But when I drive into Manila again, we came yesterday morning, early, we arrived early in the morning.
Pero habang kami ay bumibiyahe sa Manila, sundi namin siya kahapon ng umaga.
And driving from the airport to the hotel, there were so many sad people all around the city streets.
At habang bumibiyahe kami mula sa airport patungo sa kanilang tutuluyan, ay nakakita siya ng mga malulungkot na mga tao sa mga kalinga na nadaanan.
made me realize how important you people are to bring the love of God to these men and women and children in Manila.
At kanya napagtanto kung gaano kahalaga, ikaw at ako nga na nandito, upang dalhin yung pag-ibig ng Panginoon sa mga tao yung mga lalaki, babae at mga bata.
So I will pray for you that you do something about that.
Kaya magdadasal ka tayo upang gumawa tayo ng paraan para magawa natin yan.
And you won't need to have surgery to learn to love your neighbor. Just do it.
At hindi na natin kinakailangan pa ng mga operano upang ating matutunan mahalin ng ating kapwa, kaya gawin na lang natin. Basta.
Amen?
Amen.
You will love your neighbor?
Pamahalin natin yung kapwa.
Amen. Praise God.
Amen. At purihin ng
Okay, I want to, I've got a bunch of different things to talk about this morning. So, if you have a Bible, everybody have a Bible? I've got a Bible or a phone. I've got a phone here.
Pero marami sa akin may ibang mga bagay na gusto niyang pagsalita ngayong umaga. Kaya kung may Biblia ka o nasa Biblia mo nasa phone mo, yun.
And I want to look in Genesis chapter 2.
At punta natin yung Genesis chapter 2.
So, we are going right back to the beginning.
Kaya tayo babalik dun sa pinakasimula.
Alright, so we're told in Genesis chapter 2, and I'm reading from my phone, so I hope you understand. I'm not reading some funny thing on social media.
Siya ay magbabasa mula sa kanyang telepono nga daw at hindi siya magbabasa na kahit ng mga bagay mula sa multimedia.
Do you know your phone is full of lies, deceit, untruth?
At alam mo ba na yung telepono mo ay puno-puno ng kasinungalingan, pandaraya at hindi katotohanan?
Believe that?
Naniniwala ka ba doon?
Yeah, a lot of rubbish on the phone.
At merong maraming basura sa telepono.
So get some word of God on the phone also.
Kaya ilagay mo din yung salita ng Diyos doon sa cellphone mo.
Okay, we're told here that in verse 7, the Lord God formed the man from the dust of the ground.
At sa verse 7, sinabi ng Diyos na kanyang nilikha nga yung tao mula sa alabok ng lupa.
He breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
Kanyang hininga nga ang hininga ng buhay sa kanyang lung.
And the man became a living soul.
At naging buhay na kaluluwa ang tao.
And then we're told he put him in the Garden of Eden.
At sinabihan din tayo siya ay nilagay sa Garden ng Eden.
And out of the ground he made all the different trees to grow.
At mula sa alabok, gumawa din siya ng iba't ibang mga kahoy upang ito ay lumago.
Now it says here in verse 9, every tree that was pleasant to the sight, so lots of beautiful trees, handsome trees.
At sinabi sa verse 9 na lahat ng kaaya-ayang mga punong kahoy at iba-iba sila at marami.
And trees that were good for food,
At
lots of
mga
fruit.
punong kahoy din na mga pwedeng kainan.
And two other trees.
At dalawa pa na ibang mga puno.
One was called the tree of life,
Ang isa ay tinawag na puno ng buhay.
the other one the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
At yung isa ay yung puno ng pagkakilala ng mabuti at masama.
How big were those trees?
Gaano kalalaki yung mga puno na yan?
Any guesses?
Pwede niyo bang hulaan?
Back in a very early time was different from today.
Noong pinakaunang panahon na yon ay kakaibang-kakaiba kaysa ngayon.
They could not build a huge building like a cathedral or a tower or something amazing like that.
At hindi sila pwedeng gumawa noon o magtayo ng mga katedral o malaking tore o mga gusali o mga ganon.
True?
Totoo, di ba?
So maybe, and I'm only guessing, but maybe those trees were the biggest, most prominent, most impressive trees in the garden.
At siguro nga, ito ay kanyang hula lamang. At bari yung mga punong kahoy na dalawa na ito ay pinakamalalaki at pinakamatatayog.
And every day Adam looked at those two trees and wondered why they were so important.
At araw at gabi nga daw ay tinitingnan yung dalawang mga puno na yan. Siguro nagtataka siya, bakit napakahalaga ng dalawang puno na yan?
All the other trees, no rules, no laws, no restrictions. But those two trees, number one, number two, very special.
Yung ibang mga puno daw ay walang mga lituntunin, walang mga kautusan na inutos tungkol sa kanila. Pero yung dalawa, meron nga, may mga lituntunin para sa kanila.
Now the question is, why did God put those two trees there?
Ang question, bakit ba nilagay ng Diyos yung dalawang puno na yun doon?
And I I don't expect you to understand. Great Bible study. All these things are great to study from your Bible.
At ang lahat ng mga bagay na ito ay mga magaganda na pag-aralan mula sa Biblia natin.
But let's just think about it for a moment.
Pero pag-isipan natin ng ilang sandali ngayon yun.
One tree is called the tree of life.
Ang isa sa mga puno ay tinawag na puno ng buhay.
That we think is fairly simple, straightforward, no puzzle.
At sa atin nga, wala namang problema yun, napakasimple at hindi siya palaisipan.
We generally, you hear from your pastors that tree of life, probably symbolizes Jesus.
At pangkaraniwan, narinig natin mula sa mga pastor natin na ang puno na yun ay sinisimbolo ni Jesus.
True?
Totoo, di ba?
Have you heard that before?
Narinig nyo na ba yun dati?
Tree of life probably means Jesus.
At ang puno ng buhay ay maaaring ang ibig sabihin ay si Jesus.
Has Pastor Eugene told you things like that?
At sinabi yung bakit ni Pastor Eugene ng mga ganyan.
Anybody?
Yes.
He has.
Yes.
That's good. A good pastor.
Mabuti na.
Problem is the other tree.
Yung problema yung puno. Yeah.
Now that is really, really interesting, fascinating tree.
At kapanapanahon, nakaka-interest nga daw at nakaka-panapanabik na puno.
Name tree of knowledge of good and evil.
At yung pangalan nga ng puno ay yung puno ng pagkakilala ng mabuti at masama.
Just think about that.
At isipin mo lang yung tungkol dyan.
If I stand on this side, you come, one girl, some girl, come in here. Okay, stand there.
Volunteer. Tayo ka lang dyan, Ash.
Okay, no, she's standing there. Now, if I face me, if I stand this side, let's say she is a tree of the knowledge of good and evil for the moment.
Sabihin natin na siya yung puno. Halimbawa lang to kunwari lang. Siya yung puno ng pagkakilala ng mabuti at masama.
So when I look at this side, I see good.
Kaya kapag tinitingnan siya dito sa bahaging ito, ang nakikita niya ay mabuti.
And when I look at her, I see good things.
At kapag tinitingnan siya, ay nakakita siya ng mabuting mga
And then I
bagay.
go around, you stay there. I go around the other side of the tree.
Pero kapag pupunta siya sa likod ng puno,
What do I see on this side?
ano yung nakikita niya sa likod?
It's a tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So this side not so good.
Ito ay puno ng pagkakilala ng mabuti at masama, kaya itong bahaging ito ay hindi ganoon kabuti.
Good around here, but evil here.
At mabuti doon sa kabila, pero dito sa kabila ay masama.
Is that right?
Diba tama?
Okay. Now the thing is, the same tree is good and evil.
Yung punto nga daw, yung puno na yun ay parehong mabuti at masama.
Big puzzle.
At isang pala is fun.
What is? I said there's a lot of funny stuff on your phone.
At marami sa mga sinabing mga katong mga bagay tungkol sa cellphone natin.
My phone is good and evil, same time.
At yung kanyang cellphone ay pagkasabay mabuti at masama.
And I think right at the beginning, God is trying to tell us something.
At sa palagay niya, nung pasimula pa lamang, sinusubukan na ng Diyos na sabihan tayo ng isang bagay.
When you go through life,
Kapag ikaw ay nabubuhay nga,
you will come on good things and bad things.
at makakasalamuha mo yung mabuti o kaya masamang bagay.
Sometimes you will think this thing over here is good, but somebody else thinks that thing is bad.
At paminsan-minsan, iniisip mo na itong bagay na ito ay mabuti, pero yung iba naman, ang iniisip niya na diyan sa bagay na yan ay masama.
I gather you've just had an election.
At nakatapos lang ng eleksyon dito.
All politicians all get a new job.
At yung mga politiko ay nagkakaroon sila ng posisyon ng trabaho na bago.
And probably you could argue among yourselves, is this a good man, good woman, or bad man or bad woman? It's very hard to tell.
At siguro tayo din ay nagtatalo-talo sa sarili natin. Ito ba ay mabuting lalaki, mabuting tao, mabuting babae, at tayo ay magdidesisyon.
You understand? We are in the big muddle at the moment. All around the world, we have false truths coming to us. Lies.
Medyo may kalabuan nga daw at sa buong mundo ay merong ganon. Parehong katotohanan at kasinungalingan.
I think President Trump over there, he didn't invent the words, but he uses all the time the words fake news. News used to be reliable. Now, half the time you have no idea whether it's lies or truth.
At si President Trump ng Amerika, hindi niya invento yung kataga, pero yung fake news na kalat ay, yun nga, ngayon hindi nakatiwa-tiwala yung mga news kasi hindi ka sigurado kung ito ay tama o hindi.
And the thing is, our God told us there would be a mix of good and evil right at the beginning, when He, almost hours after He made Adam, He made good and evil.
Pero yung punto, sa pasimula pa lamang ay sinabihan na tayo ng Diyos dati na mayroong paghahalo ng mabuti at masama. Na para bang kasabay pagkatapos ni Adan na likhain ay nandun na yung mabuti at masama.
So it's our job to do the best we can to sort out truth from lies.
At ating responsibilidad para nabutan natin na gawin yung lahat ng mga kaya natin upang ating piliin mula dun sa kasinungalingan yung tama.
And what else did God say about that tree?
Ano pa ba yung sinabi ng Diyos tungkol sa puno na yun?
He warned Adam, gave him warning.
At binigyan ng babala si Adan. Ano yung babala? Can't hear.
Can't hear. Louder.
Lakasan nyo yung sagutin nyo. Okay, may iya. Ha? Hindi kita kailangan English. Don't eat.
Don't eat. Why?
Bakit hindi ka kain?
You'll
You'll
die.
die. You'll surely die.
It will kill you.
Papatayin ka kasi noon.
True?
Yes.
If you go into that, try to sort all that out, you can't. It will just kill you.
Kapag yung iintindihin talaga siya, unawain mo sa isip mo, hindi mo makakaya kasi papatayin ka lang talaga niya.
Now, sometimes I've heard people call it like a tree of death. And one tree of life, one tree of death.
At paminsan-minsan, tinatawag ito ng mga tao na puno ng kamatayan. Yung isa ay puno ng buhay, ito ay puno ng kamatayan.
And that's okay. That's reasonable comment about the tree.
At okay lang naman yung gano'n. At isa siyang makatwirang komento tungkol dun sa puno.
But if it is a tree of death, then what does it bring to our mind?
Pero kapag ito yung puno ng kamatayan, ano yung dinadala niya sa isip natin?
What is the greatest, most tragic, most terrible death there has ever been?
Ano ba yung kalulus-lunos at pinaka-trahedya nga daw na uri ng kamatayan na nagkaroon simula noon?
Who died? Which was the worst death?
Sino yung namatay? Ano yung pinakamalalang kamatayan?
You all know.
Alam natin lahat. Jesus?
Yeah, Jesus did.
Si
That tree also talks to us about Jesus who died for us.
Yung puno na yon ay nagsasalita rin tungkol kay Jesus na namatay para sa atin.
So we think, well, the tree over here, the tree of life, that's a good tree. We love Jesus. He's alive. He gives us everlasting life. That's all good.
At iniisip natin na yung puno ng buhay ay si Jesus at yan ay nagbigay sa atin ng buhay at yan ay mabuti.
But God put another tree in the garden.
Pero naglagay din ng isa pang puno ang Diyos sa hardin.
And this is the tree that paid the price to give you life.
At ito yung puno na nagbayad ng halaga nga daw mabigyan tayo ng buhay.
Both trees are talking about the Son of God.
Yung parehong mga puno nagsasalita tungkol sa anak ng Diyos.
He is life and He is death.
Siya ay buhay at siya din ay kamatayan.
He died for you
Siya ay namatay para sa iyo
and He rose again for you.
at siya ay bumangon mula sa kamatayan para sa iyo.
In Manila today or New Zealand today, there are still two trees.
At sa Manila at sa New Zealand, sa ngayon, meron pa rin dalawang mga puno.
They are the great trees we should understand.
Sila yung mga pinakadadakilang mga puno na kinakailangan nating maunawaan.
You need to organize your life around knowledge of the two trees.
At kinakailangan nating ayusin yung ating mga buhay sa paligid ng maunawaan sa paligid ng dalawang puno na yan.
There's a tree of death and there's a tree of life.
Upang maunawaan siya yung puno ng kamatayan at puno ng buhay.
Jesus is in both trees.
At si Jesus ay nasa dalawang puno.
You understand?
Manuwan ba natin?
It's very simple, but not easy to appreciate, to get hold of.
At simple nga daw, pero hindi naman siya madali na maintindihan o kaya tanggapin.
It's only when you read the stories of Jesus in the Bible and the terrible crucifixion of Jesus, you can understand it all.
At tanging lamang kapag iyong naunawaan na yung tungkol sa ginawa ni Jesus sa Biblia ay yung kanyang tiriling kamatayan at maintindihan mo lahat.
Jesus' death was terrible.
Ang kamatayan ni Jesus ay terrible.
If you look at the last verse of John chapter 13, Gospel of John chapter 13,
At sa Ebanghelyo ni Juan sa chapter 13 sa huling verse.
maybe somebody can read it. Where I'll find it on my phone.
Sa dulo ng chapter.
Yeah. Anybody got it yet? You can read it out if you like.
Kung gusto nyo basahin, kung may Biblia kayo, tayo ka lang, tapos basahin mo na malakas.
13 at the wrong number. Verse 38.
Verse 38.
I'll just read it briefly for you. What happened was that Simon Peter the apostle was talking to Jesus.
Si Simon Pedro siya nakikipag-usap kay Jesus.
And Jesus said he was going away.
Sinabi ni Jesus na siya ay aalis.
And Simon Peter said, Lord, where are you going?
At sinabi ni Simon Pedro, Panginoon, saan ka pupunta?
And Jesus said to him, you don't know. Whether I go, you know not. You don't know where I'm going.
At sinabi ni Jesus, hindi mo alam kung saan ako pupunta, hindi mo alam kung saan ako paparoon.
But you can follow me later.
Pero pwede mo akong sundan pagkatapos. Pagdaka.
And Peter said to him, Lord, why can't I follow you now?
At sinabi ni Pedro, Panginoon, bakit hindi ngayon pwede akong sumama sa iyo?
That's there in verse 37.
At sa verse 37 yun.
And then Peter said, I will lay down my life for you.
At sinabi ni Pedro, aking ibubuwis yung buhay ko para sa iyo.
So he was very quick to say, I will give you my life completely.
At napakadali niyang sabihin, napakabilis na ibibigay ko yung buhay ko para sa iyo.
What did Jesus say to him?
At ano yung sinabi ni Jesus para sa kanya? O sa kanya?
Anybody got it there? Somebody got it? Yeah. Can you read it for me, brother? In verse 38.
Verse 38. Jesus answered him, "Do thou lay down thy life for my sake? Verily, verily, I say unto thee, the cock shall not crow till thou hast denied me thrice."
Okay. One moment, Peter says, I will die for you, Lord. But the next moment, Jesus said, you will deny me
At isang
3
sandali,
times tonight.
sinabi ni Pedro, mamamatay ako para sa iyo, Panginoon. Pero yung sumunod na sandali, sinabi ni Jesus sa kanya, itatatwa mo ako ng 3 beses ngayong gabi.
If we read, and in the next verse, we read chapter 14, verse 1.
14 verse 1.
Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have
Go.
told you.
Okay, that's it. Whoa.
Huwag kayong magulumihanan. Nananampalataya ko sa Diyos, maniwala din kayo sa akin.
Jesus said, before the rooster crows in the morning, you will deny me 3 times.
At sinabi ni Jesus na bago daw tumilawak yung manok sa umaga, 3 beses mo akong itatatwa.
And then he said, but don't worry about it.
Pero sinabi din niya, huwag mo nang isipin niya.
Let not your heart be troubled.
Huwag magulumihan ang mag-alala yung puso mo.
And you think, how could Jesus say that?
At kung isipin mo, paano sasabihin ni Jesus?
You will deny me 3 times, but don't worry about it.
Sinabi niya, itatatwa mo ako 3 beses, pero huwag kang mag-alala.
That is amazing.
At yan ay kagila-gilalas.
If you had a close friend and you knew he would lie about you, maybe say evil things about you,
Kapag meron kang isang matalik na kaibigan at alam mo na siya ay magsisinungaling tungkol sa iyo at magsasalita ng masasama tungkol sa iyo,
just in the next, say, 3 hours, he would tell terrible lies about you.
at sabihin natin sa susunod na 3 oras, siya ay magsasalita ng mga terribling mga kasinungalingan tungkol sa iyo.
Would you then say to him, don't you worry about it?
At masasabi mo ba sa kanya na, huwag ka na mag-alala tungkol?
I don't think so.
Sa palagay ko, hindi.
We don't have the same capacity to love and forgive that Jesus has.
Wala tayo yung ganong kaparehong kakayahan, yung magpatawad at magmahal katulad ni Jesus.
Now, there may be new people here today, people who have not yet decided to follow Jesus.
At mali meron tayong mga kasama dito, mga tao na hindi pa nagdidesisyon sumunod kay Jesus.
And you're in the same place that we used to be in before we were saved.
At kami din ay nasa katulad na lugar na kinalalagyan mo bago kami maligtas. No?
And we do very silly things,
At nakagawa din kami ng mga bagay na mga maluloko.
very even evil things.
At kahit na masasamang mga bagay.
And this is what the tree is telling us.
At ito nga yung sinasabi sa atin tungkol dun sa puno.
As I said, there is a tree of life which looks beautiful and clean and fresh and wonderful. That was the one tree.
At katulad sinabi niya, meron isang puno ng buhay na malinis, nakangahanga, at maganda. At yun nga yung sinasabi niya kanina.
Maybe that is half of your life, we'll say.
At siguro nga yun yung kalahati ng buhay mo, pwede natin
But there
sabihin.
is another half of you that is very evil,
Pero meron pang isa pang kalahating ikaw na napakasama.
unfaithful,
Hindi matapat.
lying, telling lies,
Mga nagsisinungaling o nagsasalita ng kasinungaling.
thinking evil thoughts.
Nag-iisip ng mga masasamang mga kaisipan.
But the miracle is that Jesus said, don't worry about that.
Pero yung himala, sinabi ni Jesus, huwag mong ipag-alala yun.
I died, you, every one of you crucified Jesus.
At ikaw, tayong lahat na nandito, bawat isa sa atin, ipinako natin sa Jesus.
My sin put Jesus on the cross.
Ang aking kasalanan, inilagay si Jesus doon
Your
sa krus.
sin put Jesus on the cross.
Yung mga kasalanan, inilagay niyan si Jesus sa krus.
Who hammered those nails through his hands?
Sino yung nagpartilyo ng mga pako na yun sa kanyang mga kamay?
You did.
Ikaw ang gumawa.
You understand that?
Naunawaan mo
He
na.
died because of your sin.
Siya ay namatay dahil sa iyong mga kasalanan.
And we need to become aware of these huge Bible truths.
Kinakailangan natin magsimulang maunawaan itong mga malalaking mga katotohanan na ito.
At the very beginning of our Bible, God showed us what life would be about.
Dahil doon pa lang sa pasimula ng ating mga Biblia, ay pinakita na ng Diyos sa atin kung ano yung magiging yung buhay.
There would be an opportunity for a wonderful life,
Merong isang pagkakataon para sa isang magandang buhay,
but we would become involved in good and evil and all sorts of wrong things and crucify Jesus Christ.
pero tayo din ay mapapabilang o magiging kasama ng mga masamang iba't ibang mga bagay at ipapak natin si Jesus.
That's why it's you people and of course other believers in the city, but we are the most important people in Manila.
At siyempre tayo at iba pang mga tao dito sa syudad, yung mga mananampalataya, pinakamahalagang mga tao sa Manila.
You know from what we've been talking about and what you've been taught before, you know the truth.
Dahil alam mo, dahil sa ating pinag-uusapan ngayon at yung mga pinag-usapan natin itunuro sa iyo dati, na alam natin yung katotohanan.
Eugene told me that your President Duterte, made some bad comments about that part of the Bible.
At yun, yung nabanggit ko sa kanya na yung may mga comments si President dati tungkol sa Bible, yung mga kwento ng Bible sa creation.
He thought God made a big mistake in putting two people in the garden and then having them become so bad.
At sa palagay niya ay nagkamali yung Diyos na nilagay yung dalawang tao sa garden at yun, ginawa din niya maging masama sila.
But if you were puzzled before, you don't have to be puzzled now.
Pero kung noon o dati, kayo ay nag-iisip, naguguluhan, siguro ay hindi na ngayon.
That picture in the garden of the two trees was given to President Duterte.
Yung larawan na yan, o sinasalarawan na nasa garden nga daw, yung larawan ng dalawang puno na yun ay binigay para kay President Duterte.
The Garden of Eden says that is who he is, it's who you are, it's who I am, it's mankind, all of us.
At yung dalawang puno na yun ay si President Duterte, ikaw yun, ako yun, at lahat tayo yun.
God is trying to show us how we would be before we were even begun, almost, in the very beginning.
Sinusubukan ipakita sa atin ng Diyos kung paano tayo magiging buhay natin bago pa man magsimula ang lahat.
He had chosen, our God had chosen to give us free will, and He knew we would use it very badly and do terrible things.
Pinili niya na bigyan tayo ng malayang pagpili at alam din niya na gagamitin natin yan sa magawa ng mga tirindi at masasamang mga bagay.
So right at the beginning, in those 2 trees in the garden, he showed us how history would unfold.
Kaya sa simula pa lang, doon sa kwentuhan ng dalawang mga puno sa hardin ay kanyang pinakita, sinabi na kung paano nga mangyayari yung kasaysayan.
I'm going over to Cambodia, for example, this week. I go over there tomorrow, Monday.
At si Pastor ay pupunta nga sa Cambodia ngayong linggo na to. Bukas pupunta siya ron.
Teaching about 20 new pastors over there with another group.
Tuturuan niya yung mga 20 na mga pastor, bagong mga pastor doon sa grupo ulit.
And I think you all know about Cambodia.
At napaginggan natin dati yung tungkol sa Cambodia.
Recent history, maybe the last 20, 30 years.
At yung nakailan lang nakasaysayan nila sa nagdaang 23 mga taon.
Khmer Rouge,
Ang Khmer Rouge,
they killed millions of their own people.
pinatay nila yung milyon-milyon na mga kababayan nila.
And I've met people who survived that terrible massacre committed by other Cambodians in that country.
At nakatakbo ni Pastor, namin niya yung ilang mga tao na nabuhay sila mula sa mga massacre na yon na ginawa ng kanilang mga kababayan mismo.
I met a family of, all the same, simple family, children.
Kilala siya ng mga simpleng mga pamilya lang doon.
Their father and mother were both taken away and killed.
At mga dating anak sila yung mga tatay at nanay nila noon ay kinuha at pinatay.
So the older brother took responsibility for the other children. I think it's about 5 or 6 other children.
Yung panganay ng kuya nila, siya na yung nagkaroon ng responsibilidad na alagaan yung mga 5 o 6 na mga kapatid niya.
He was only about, I think at the time, maybe 15, 16 years old, looking after 4 or 5 little brothers and sisters.
At mga 15-16 anyos lang siya noon at siya yung mag-aalaga ng mga 3 o kaya 4 na yung mga kapatid. Maliliit.
And they realized how they were surrounded by violent, nasty, vicious soldiery claiming to be liberators of the country.
Matatagpuan niya na sila ay nakapaligiran nga itong mga maluloko, mga masasama, mga makasalanan, mga sundalo nga daw. Na kanila sinasabi na ang kinila na sila yung nakapagpalaya daw ng bayan.
So whenever they heard the military, the soldiers were coming, Khmer Rouge, were coming into their village area, he would take them out into the rice field and hide all the children with little straws under the water.
At kapag naririnig na nila na paparating na yung mga sundalo, yung mga Khmer Rouge sa kanilang nayon, kanilang dinadala lahat yung mga bata sa gitna ng bukid. At nilulublog sila sa tubig, at meron lamang silang damo na hingahan at straw.
He would go out at night when the soldiers had gone, they'd all come out of the water. He would go and search for food. It was very dangerous, but he would go searching for scraps of food for the children.
At kapag gabi na, wala na yung mga sundalo, siya naman ay gagala, maghahanap ng pagkain. At siyempre, mahirap pa maghanap ng pagkain. Para makakuha lang siya at mapakain yung mga bata.
And he would give it all to his brothers. It says he ate almost nothing.
At ibibigay niya lahat ng mahanap niya sa kanyang mga kapatid at wala sa kanyang kakainin sa kanyang
And
sarili.
by the end of that time, he died of no nutrition, starvation really. The older brother died.
At sa katapos-tapusan, yung kuya nga daw ay namatay dahil sa gutom at nutrisyon.
So I met the young brothers and sisters who had grown up, and they loved that brother so much.
At yung ibang mga kapatid, yun yung nakilala ni Pastor, yung mga bata pa, at mahal na mahal nila yung kuya nila ngayon.
So we live in a terrible world.
Nakatira tayo sa isang tinipling mundo.
So much betrayal,
At maraming mga kawalang katapatan.
so many lies,
O kasinungalingan, maraming kasinungalingan.
so much deceit.
At maraming mga bandaraya.
One of the signs of the end, the second coming, is that deception, lies, and deceiving will be everywhere.
At dahil sa sinasabi nga na sa panahon ng sa huling mga panahon ay maraming mga bandaraya, mga kasinungalingan.
There's so many false prophets, Jesus said, saying Jesus is here or Jesus is there. You're not in any of those places.
Sa lahat ng lugar at sinasabi ni Jesus na maraming mga pulang propeta, sabihin nila nandito si Jesus, nandun si Jesus, at napakaraming kasinungalingan.
And all of that is part of this tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is also the tree of death.
At ang lahat ng iyon ay kabahagi ng puno ng pagkakilala ng mabuti at masama at ayun nga yung puno ng kamatayan.
But Jesus is in that tree also. He talked to Peter. He talked to me. He talked to Eugene. He talked to all of you, offering love and hope and beautiful things.
Pero si Jesus ay nandun din sa puno na yun. At si Jesus ay nakipag-usap kay Pedro, kay Pastor, sa ating lahat. At nagsalita siya na tungkol sa pag-asa, sa buhay.
And on the cross, we see the tree in a true light, if you like.
At sa krus, nakikita natin yung puno na yun sa isang maliwanag na paraan.
He was killed by religion,
Siya ay pinatay ng relihiyon,
killed by soldiers,
pinatay siya ng mga sundalo,
killed by priests,
pinatay siya ng mga parit,
even by his friends who betrayed him.
kahit na nga ng kanyang mga kaibigan na nagtatwa sa kanya.
Tell you another funny thing.
Isa pang nakaka-interes na bagay,
He had told them many times that when they killed him, he would rise again on the third day.
yung isa pang nakaka-interes na bagay, sinabi din niya na maraming beses na kapag pinatay siya, pagkatapos ng 3 araw siya ibabangon ulit, mabubuhay ulit.
You all know that?
Alam natin lahat yun, di ba?
So what did the Jewish leaders do?
Anong ginawa ng mga pinuno ng Hudyo?
They asked for a guard the Roman soldiers.
Sila ay humiling ng mga gwardya, mga Romanong gwardya.
The guards were put beside the tomb to make sure that nobody came and stole the body.
At gumawa ng isang palatandaan ng ang mga gwardya doon sa kanyang libingan upang walang sino mang pumunta doon at tanggalin yung bangkay niya.
They thought the followers of Jesus might try and steal the body and claim Jesus had risen.
At kanilang iniisip na maaaring puntahan ng mga alagad ni Jesus yung katawan niya at sabihin nila, pag kinuha nila, sabihin lang siya ay bumangon ulit.
The thing is, everybody knew that.
Ang punto ay lahat ay alam yan.
They knew Jesus said, I will rise on the third day.
Alam nilang lahat na si Jesus sinabi niya sa pangatlong araw ay babangon ulit.
The priests knew it.
Alam niyo ng mga pare.
The soldiers knew it. Alam
Alam niyo ng mga sundalo.
Those guards knew it.
Yung mga gwardya na
The
alam
whole
nila.
city knew it.
Yung buong bayan ay alam nila yan.
So how many people went out to the grave on the third morning to watch Jesus rise?
Pero yung punto, ilan sa mga tao yun yung pumunta mismo doon sa libingan ni Jesus noong ikatlong araw upang kanilang bantayan o kaya panoorin na bumangon si Jesus. Ang pagbangon niya.
How many?
Ilan?
None. Not one.
Wala nga kahit isa.
So where was the church?
Kaya nasan yung simbahan?
Where was Peter?
Nasan si Pedro?
John, James, all of them, where were they?
Nasan si Juan, si Santiago? Nasan silang lahat?
They should have been, maybe they were afraid, but they could have hid behind a rock and looked over and watched the tomb from, 100 meters away.
Parang sila ay takot na takot, pero pwede naman sila pumunta doon, sa di kalayuan, sila ay magtatago sa mga bato at para tingnan nga.
It is shocking that they had so little faith in Jesus' words, they would not even go and watch and see if he would rise or not.
Kagilagilalas yung pagkamaliit ng kanilang pananampalataya upang puntahan nga yung kinalalagyan ni Jesus. At bantayan nila, panoorin yung kanyang pagbangon.
We all think reasons. Let's say you were there that day. Let's say you were there on the day of Jesus' crucifixion, and then 3 days later you're still in Jerusalem.
At sabihin natin na ikaw ay nandun noong mga panahon na yon. Nandun ka nung siya ay pako sa krus, at nandun ka pagkatapos ng 3 araw na siya ay nakalibing na.
You think, well, I would have gone there.
At iniisip mo ba na, ako, pupuntahan ko siya.
I would have gone to see if Jesus rose again.
Pupuntahan ko kung si Jesus ay babangon talaga ulit.
I don't think so.
Ay, sa palagay ko ay hindi.
We need to look deep in our hearts.
Kinakailangan natin tingnan yung malalim sa puso natin.
And we need to think, how faithful am I really, truly? Am I really faithful to the Lord Jesus?
At kinakailangan talaga natin pag-isipan, maunawaan kung gaano tayo katapat talaga sa Panginoong Jesus.
Will I stand up for Him, confess Him, acknowledge Him, no matter what comes against me?
At ako ba talaga ay tatayo, titindig para sa Kanya, ipapahayag ko siya, ako ay titindig para sa Kanya, kahit ano yung mangyari sa akin.
So these are all good things to think about when we look back at that very first Bible story in the Garden of Eden.
At itong lahat ng mga bagay na ito, mga gandang mga bagay na pag-isipan kapag ating babalikan yung pinakaunang kwento sa Biblia.
It's like an eternal story. It's always true. It's always real. It's always meaningful.
At isang kwento na palaging totoo, isang palaging tunay at makabuluhan.
And you start to think about these other things, like why did nobody go to watch the tomb on that third day? It's a big, one sense a puzzle, but in the other sense we understand it's true.
At magsimulang pag-iisipan na bakit walang sino man na pumunta doon sa tibigan pagtas ng 3 araw at isang palaisipan nga. Yun.
Okay. Just, we'll leave it pretty much there, but what, is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is one other similar little story to think about.
Meron pang isa pang kapareho din ng kwento pang pag-isipan lang.
I think you probably all know the story of the Passover lamb.
Siguro alam natin lahat yung kwento ng kordero na para sa Pasko.
We know that how when the children of Israel were about to leave Egypt,
Noong ang mga anak ni Israel ay palabas na ng Egypt.
before I do that, just read your story. I've got a little quote on here.
Babasahin muna niya yung kwento.
Okay. This is about the Exodus. So this is the Passover lamb was slain on the night before the Exodus.
At ito daw yung paglabas, yung Exodus, ito daw yung kordero ng Pasko sa gabi ng bago sila lumabas ng Egypt.
And I've written a thing saying the Exodus of Israel from slavery, they were slaves in Egypt, is one of the great Bible stories.
At sinabi niya dyan sa sinulat niya na yung paglabas ng Israel sa Ehipto ay isa sa pinaka kagilagilalas na kwento sa Biblia.
They were told they should leave and go to this place called the Promised Land.
Paglabas sa pagkalipin sa Ehipto at sinabot doon na sila ay aalis upang pumunta doon sa lupaing ipinangako.
Now through the years there's been a huge encouragement to oppressed people, whether it's people in the Philippines, people in Egypt, people in Cambodia, wherever. It's a great story about persecuted people going free.
At sa nagdaang mga taon, ito ay isang makabuluhan at may malaking tulong na kwento nga daw sa mga pinapahirapang mga tao. Ito man ay sa mga taga-Cambodia, dito sa Pilipinas, o kahit saan. Sa lahat ng mga pinag-uusig ng mga tao.
In most Christian nations, people know what you're talking about when you talk about going to the Promised Land.
At sa karamihan ng mga Kristiyanong mga bansa, alam ng mga tao ang kwento kapag pinag-uusapan ay yung pagpasok o pagpunta sa lupaing ipinangako.
Okay, if I talk about the Promised Land, you will know the background.
At kapag siya magkukwento tungkol sa lupaing ipinangako, alam na natin dati yung pinag-uusapan, di ba?
Correct?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Alam natin yung sinasabi niya.
Okay. So, have you heard of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Narinig niyo na ba yung tungkol kay Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
A black guy in the States.
Isa siyang itim na taga-Amerika. Lalaki.
Great preacher.
Isang dakilang mangaral.
And he had suffered a lot of persecution and threats and all manner of bad things spoken about him.
At siya ay nagdanas ng maraming mga pang-uusig at mga banta at lahat ng mga malisyosong mga bagay na nangyari sa kanya.
But he continued to lead the protests, the black protests that marched through cities and claimed freedom from all the oppression around him.
At pero nagpatuloy siya sa pagpuprotesta sa mga bayan-bayan ng mga syudad sa Amerika. At hinihiling nila yung pagpapalaya para sa mga pinag-uusig ng mga itim ng mga tao.
So he came to one of the southern states, to a city called Memphis, or somewhere down in one of the southern states.
At siya ay nakarating sa isang southern na estado sa Memphis yata yun.
And people knew that he was in a particular small hotel.
At alam ng mga tao na nandun siya sa isang maliit lamang na particular na hotel doon sa bayan.
2 levels of rooms, for a motel.
At 2 palapag lang siya na hotel doon.
A great crowd gathered, thousands of people gathered outside the hotel.
Sa karamihan, libo-libong mga tao ay nagkatipon-tipon sa labas.
They asked him, his friends asked him, look, could you go outside and just talk to the people, and maybe they'll go home.
At sinabi ng mga kaibigan niya kasama niya, pwede bang lumabas ka at sabihin mo yung mga taong umuwi na sila?
So I said here how he's still on the hotel balcony before a great crowd, and he spoke to them.
At siya ay lumabas, pumunta sa balkonahin ng hotel at nakipag-usap siya sa karamihan.
And I'll quote here what he said.
At ito yung sinabi niya doon.
He said, I just want to do God's will.
Sinabi niya, gusto ko lang gawin ang kalooban ng Diyos.
And I find it very moving. He then said, I'll do it again. I just want to do God's will.
At nakakantig sa palagay ni Pastor yung sinabi niya, at yun yung gusto niya, yun yung sinabi niya, gusto ko lang gawin yung kalooban ng Diyos.
And he's allowed me to go to the mountain.
At ako ay pinahintulutan niya pumunta sa bundok.
You may recall the story of Moses. God took Moses to the mountain and let him look over the river Jordan into the promised land. He saw it, but he never went into it.
At kung naalala natin yung kwento tungkol kay Moses, nung siya pinakit ng Diyos sa isang bundok upang makita lamang niya, masilayan niya yung ano ba yung pinangako at ay yung sa kabila ng River Jordan.
So Dr. King said, and God has allowed me to go to the mountain.
Kaya sinabi ni Dr. King na pinahintulutan ako ng Diyos na tingnan
And I've looked over, he said,
mula sa bundok at tinanaw ko.
and I've seen the promised land.
At nakita ko na yung lupain yung pinangako.
He meant spiritual, he'd seen freedom for the black people of America.
At sa spiritual, ang ibig niyang pakahulugan ay nakita na niya yung kalayaan para sa mga negro nga sa Amerika.
And then he said, I may not get there with you.
At sinabi din niya na maaaring hindi ko kayo makakasama doon.
But I want you to know tonight
Pero gusto kong malaman niyo ngayong gabi
that we as a people will get to the promised land.
na tayo bilang mga tao, tayo ay papasok sa lupain pinangako.
So he said, so I'm happy tonight.
At dahil ako ay masaya ngayong gabi,
I'm not worried about anything.
hindi ako mag-aalala sa kahit anuman.
I'm not fearing any man.
Hindi ko kinatatakutan yung sino mang tao.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Nakita ng aking mga mata yung kalulakihan ng pagdating ng Panginoon.
The next day they shot him
At yung sumunod na araw, pinaril siya.
and killed him.
Pinatay siya.
So he saw, if you like, or lived that tree.
At nakita nga niya, o siguro tingnan natin sa ganito siya ay nabuhay. Pinamuhay niya yung puno na yun.
He was just trying to lead his own people to freedom, and they killed him.
Gusto naman niyang pamunuan, dalhin yung mga tao niya, bayan niya sa kalayaan, pero pinatay siya.
Jesus is trying to lead us to freedom, where he was, and we killed him.
At ginugusto ng Diyos ni Jesus na tayo ay pamunuan sa kalayaan at pinatay siya.
So we've got to do our best to be faithful,
Kaya kailangan natin gawin yung makakaya natin upang maging matapat.
to be honest,
Upang maging matatapat nga.
to live our lives to serve the Lord Jesus Christ.
Nating ipamuhay yung mga buhay natin upang paglingkuran ng ating Panginoong Kristo.
And again, if you're new to these things, we just encourage you to talk to somebody afterward, ask questions, hear more.
At kung ikaw ay panauhin ngayon, at ikaw ay kaya na makipag-usap sa kahit kanino, kakausapin ka. Mamaya, pwede kang magtanong ng mga bagay-bagay upang makarinig ka ng masigit.
There's so many wonderful things to learn about the Lord Jesus.
Meron maraming mga kahangahangang mga bagay na matututunan tayo tungkol sa Panginoong
He has
Kristo.
a great life for all of us.
Meron siyang isang dakilang buhay para sa lahat sa atin.
There will be trials because we're walking through the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
At merong mga pagsubok dahil tayo naglalakad sa puno nga ng pagkilala ng mabuti at masama.
One day we'll be in heaven where there's only the tree of life.
Isang araw na sa langit ng tayo na meron lamang isa na lang puno doon.
But in this world, we have to walk beside both trees.
Pero dito sa buhay na ito, nandun tayo sa magkabilang tabi nga ng puno na yun.
So everywhere in Manila, there are still two great trees that we need to know about.
At kahit saan dito sa Manila, meron naman dalawang uri ng puno nga na kinakailangan nating malaman yung tungkol sa kanila.
For example, we were down yesterday in Trinoma Mall. Trinoma Mall, you can't see it with your eyes, but the two trees are there, life and death.
At isa pang halimbawa, nandun nga sa Trinoma Mall kahapon. At sa Trinoma, nandun pa rin yung puno na yun, yung puno ng pagkailangan ng mabuti. Masama, buhay at kamatayan.
Everywhere in Manila, Those two trees are there in people's minds, life and death.
At sa mga panig dito sa Metro Manila, nasa isip ka naman ng lahat ng tao, yung puno na yun, buhay, kamatayan.
We all want life.
Tayong lahat ang gusto natin ay buhay.
The way to life is through death.
Pero yung daan patungo sa buhay ay sa pamamagitan ng kamatayan.
We must die with Jesus Christ if we're going to live forever.
Dahil kinakailangan mamatay kasama ni Jesus upang tayo makapagkaroon ng buhay na walang hanggan.
Told if we are buried with Him, we will also live with Him.
Sinabi din tayo na kung tayo ay may lilibing kasama niya, tayo din ay mabubuhay kasama.
We've got to go through the bad tree to get the good tree.
Kailangan natin nagbasan yung masamang puno pang makapunta tayo sa mabuting puno.
You all understand?
Naintindihan ba natin lahat?
I hope so.
At sa palagay niya.
Close with a word of prayer.
Okay, magdadasal muna tayo sa pagtatapos.
Shall we just all stand together in prayer?
Tayo tayong lahat upang magdasal magkasama.
Father, we just thank you, Lord, for